Garage night. Bentley. Garage night. Bentley. Garage night. Bentley.
I'm good.
Help me help you.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to another episode of Full Body Cast Presents Garage Night. We have got Craig Bentley.
Bonjour.
And we've got his brother Corey Bentley.
What up?
And we've got me, Travis Kenny, from Full Body Cast. Hey, hit up Cole Street, hit up Mazalon, hit up Bordeaux Wine Bar. Mention the podcast if you listen. Garage Night. What is Garage Night? Someone said it looked like it was garbage night. And sometimes it is, right? I mean, we're going to be completely honest. Sometimes, when you get into the garage, it might be a little garbagey.
Yeah, it depends on how many White Claws you have.
But tonight, what it is we just get together, have some brewskis, and just shoot the shit, in a sense. We just talk about whatever kind of hits, just like you would do with your buddies. We will do a wine night at some point, with wine with chicks, chicks with wine, something like that. And maybe we'll pair the two.
And we're going to be here still?
Do we have to drink the wine?
No.
Okay. I'm in.
No, I think we should have to try it.
We should have to try the wine?
I'm fine
I
with that.
hate wine.
So do I, but
Well, they get to pick wine we have to try then.
they should try to match it with our personalities.
Yes.
Good luck with that. Challenge accepted. I didn't know Holly Graff, her mind is already spinning on what she's going to do.
What do I pair with a ginger?
We've got our special guest, the special guest that we never revealed on as much as tough as it was. We had so many clues, and you may have guessed it. I'm not sure if you did. The clues were in order. Just kidding. I don't remember.
That was a week ago.
But some of those was I know him through somebody else a little different. More than you guys, I should say. He's scary. He can be scary because he has those scary questions. I didn't say that, but I didn't want to reveal it right away. Corey said, what was yours?
He-Man's enemy.
He-Man's enemy. Craig said,
I said if you've listened, you know that we are competitive with each other.
They like to wrestle.
I like to wrestle.
who wins usually? We'll talk about that in a second. We'll write that down. And then mine was he was the number one winner. And we've mentioned his name several times in the Full Buddy Cast Fantasy Football podcasts. Craig and Corey have mentioned who's been like a dominant team. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to tell you right now who is sitting in the podcast room, probably freezing his butt off. But the one and only.
He looks warm. He's good.
Jared Skelley.
What's shaking? The BCFL champion.
Yeah, he did it. He did it. Last place is actually for fantasy football is to be on this podcast. But since Craig was already on it, we said, well, maybe we'll probably go first place.
We'll let
then.
the champion on.
Appreciate it. Jared, welcome to the podcast.
Our first guest of Garage Night.
First guest of Garage Night.
Hopefully of many.
Yeah.
First one. Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Jared, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Likes, dislikes.
Yeah.
Like the Seahawks, not the Eagles. Like Colts running back, not the Colts.
Keeper next year?
Yeah, you're going to keep him?
Oh, I know. That's we could talk about it. I don't know. I'm up for ideas. Corey, I went from loving it to hating it to now I don't know.
To now deciding on how much you can get me to trade for him?
The more I think about keeping him, the more he's going to cost you. So, yeah, something like that.
I was actually hoping if you would explain if you liked long walks on the beach or not.
Dude.
Last time we were on the beach together, you tried to hold my hand, so he loves him.
Yeah, it's true. Dude, I got 2 lap puppies, not to go off crazy. So I'm walking him last night, and I roll my ankle.
Playing Pokemon Go?
No, it's dark, and I don't know if it might probably work.
He's only level 15. So.
Dumb.
27.
You could be
That's high.
hatching eggs right now, but okay.
Yeah. But Yeah, no, totally rolled my ankle walking my dog. So I don't know if basketball is ever going to happen again.
Was it dark? Like, did you come off of a sidewalk or what happened?
Sidewalk. One dog went one way, one went slightly the other way, and I stepped just off where it should be boulevard, and it just was like pit, like 6-inch drop, and I just rolled it off.
Which ankle was it?
It was the left
Was
one,
it the
the
one
first
that-
one you killed, not the second.
I get blamed for everybody's injuries. I don't even know why.
you did both of them.
You landed on my foot. What did I do?
Your foot wouldn't have been there; I would have landed just fine.
So in the back, where you walk in to get to the podcast, there's a little bit of a dip.
I was watching really hard.
Did someone text you about it?
No, I
told him
had
not
my
to.
light on though.
I wanted him to fall.
I'm ripping all
This guy just rolled his ankle last night. Did you know he rolled his ankle last night? Oh,
That would have
okay.
made it even better, though.
Doesn't matter.
Gosh,
I'm at the point where it goes black and blue, and it's all up my leg, and I'm still walking on it.
that's
because
what you're at right now.
No, it's like black and blue right here, like on the you can't see it, but on the posterior side, like the ball part. That's all, and then slightly up
That's
on
the
the
technical-
hand side, the interior part.
Did a car run you over?
No, it's just they roll. It's like rubber bands. If you've ever done it bad, and I didn't break anything,
How bad did you fall?
it doesn't matter. When
No,
he did it,
wait, time out. It does matter. Did you fall?
No,
you, like,
no,
full
I'm
on
really
eat-
good now because if
He just
I'm
rolls
good
it
enough
completely
to, if I go
sideways.
down, I'm there for a minute. But if most of the time I can catch myself, and then I'm just saying every bad word you can say. It's
How
not good.
bad is this
I will
ankle?
say he did do it really
They're both-
badly at
dude.
basketball.
If I didn't wear like lace-up boots every day for work, I'd probably do it 3 times every 6 months. So every other month.
You're that guy who's.
He's
Just-
no ankles.
Do you wear? Have you wear the
Weak ankles.
the lace up canvas
Before-
the ankle
It's
braces?
BC. Before Corey, I had good ankles. After Corey, no
Corey's
good
broke ankles over there.
Dude. I jumped higher than him, and I was excited, and then I came down on his foot, and he ended it. Then I got it all the way back.
If I remember, I got the ball too.
That
Were you guys on the same team?
that's
We played pickup games.
that's
at
the
Carbonado
story.
for a
But
long
what
time.
really happened is I did a juke move one time.
Oh, yeah.
and he totally went
He
down.
went for it. Cue the clip.
we had a lot of Carbonado days up there playing ball.
I remember Carbonado days.
Did you come up Carbonado days?
A couple times
In a Kemp
until I
jersey.
got
Remember the Kemp
blacklisted
jersey
because a
showed
couple
up?
of people didn't like me.
He didn't remember. He just didn't take it seriously and threw the
So
ball.
Craig's
from
really
half
come
court.
around. Huh?
I did.
I don't.
No,
I don't
remember
remember.
going up there and playing at Carbonado. It was just I don't think I've ever played that gym before. It reminded me of the back gym of
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was
smaller.
real close.
yeah.
The 3-point line's against the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I had fun up there. Jared, I feel like was it Joe Brassard or was it before that? Did we work? You worked at Safeway, right?
I don't think we were at the same time, though.
Okay.
I got my 5 years and got out.
He was gone by when you came back.
Yeah. You were already a legend, though, and we knew about you.
Yeah.
And then
The legend of Travis
legend
Kenny.
continues.
Guy who cried to his freaking manager at 18 years old. Real
That,
cool.
that was the legend that was told.
Bawled my eyes out to Todd Broderick. We've told this story.
We have told it.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cried? No, I'm kidding. Where'd you work? What was your position when you worked at Safeway?
I was courtesy.
Everyone's
and-
worked there, by the way. I think.
Yeah,
that's-
everybody.
Yeah.
So courtesy, right after Corey got there, like the next hiring class, like 3 months later, they started and then worked for a while. He got helper clerk, I think, and then I got checker. So I went from one end of the check stand to the other end, and then started doing night crew stuff. Backed up Bruce, like everybody has, and loves
Bruce.
it.
Love Bruce.
Yeah, that was best. And then,
Good old iron hip.
yeah,
Red eye. Flicker. Terminator.
cyborg hip.
Yeah. Well, fun. Well, thanks for coming on.
Made it longer than I thought it was.
No, we did night crew together, and we could throw the entire store.
Under the bus.
Well, that we didn't need to do that because we were throwing the entire
wait.
store.
I thought you were honestly going to go to a story that would throw the entire. I thought I wasn't telling a joke. I'm like, I'm serious. You were talking about
Because if I told that story, then you'd be like, "You still work there? What are you doing?"
Never stopped you before.
it hasn't.
Well, I was just saying how we used to throw freight, and we could get the entire store done but faster than anybody else.
Dude,
We-
night crew was the worst. I hated
wasn't
night
that
crew.
Who you work with?
It is who you work with.
We used to have eating
And how much you hate your
competitions.
life.
We'd throw a bunch of freight, and then we'd get like a full thing of those mashed potatoes, like the country crock ones, and we'd eat the entire thing so you could eat it first, and we'd go back and try to throw freight again.
Yeah, you got to throw the first half a lot. You got to throw like 3/4.
Let's be honest though, night crew changed after there was a whole bunch of cameras in the back. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't
What
have cameras.
What cameras?
There was a clean sweep also of that night crew as well. I remember that. I remember when there was a full regime change.
Yeah, there was.
That
wasn't for the cameras, but
that
there
wasn't
was.
for the camera.
But
That's
there
one of
was.
the things.
But there was.
Not night crew, deli cleanup. Did you do deli cleanup?
I did.
Did you do deli cleanup?
Deli wasn't part of it anymore. I had meat and bakery cleanup. We did.
What did you have? Did you have any cleanup?
All three.
All three?
Yeah.
The worst part, when you're a young teenager and you're hungry, you walk into that store. I remember doing that. Paquette. I remember Paquette being there, but
which he's been listening to the show. Shout out to Jake.
shout out to Jake. Thank you, Jake. Paquette, great guy. Love working
Safeway
with
veteran. I remember for years his name was up on the
3-Pac?
coat
Three
rack.
Pac.
It said 3-Pac up on the coat
Still
rack.
says it?
They took him down finally, but for years it was up there.
3-Pac. So we would do deli cleanup, and him and I would always get it. It seemed like I'd get it Tuesday, he'd get it Wednesday. We always got it. Finally, we got fed up. We finally went to management. We were like, dude, this isn't why we signed up to be in Safeway. But I think maybe now they were just trying to get rid of us. Now that I look back at it, they're like, what's with these two yahoos?
This guy just cries. Go put him in the deli.
Clean the deli with your tears.
He's gonna cry anyway. Might as well make it where the floors can get wet.
But I remember showing up before school or after school, getting changed in the bathroom and being hungry as heck right before deli cleanup would be. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go buy like a rice bowl or something. And I would just fill my gut to the brim. And I should say I didn't used to always do that. I did that once. And then I went back there, and for the next like 4 hours cleaning, when you're full of what you just ate and you're just stuffed, just the smell makes you want to puke. And I just remember just trying to hold it in the entire time. It was absolutely the worst.
I thought you were gonna say you guys ate like the old corn dogs or something.
No, I was always afraid of that. Did you guys ever like Corey? You don't have to answer this question, but Craig,
I will.
I
You
stole-
ask it, and I will answer it.
I ate grapes and strawberries like it was going out of style.
like it was a fruit salad competition.
Produce is safe. It's that
Produce-
produce stuff. You don't know how long it's been out.
And produce, you can sample stuff because you're supposed to like be able to tell the customer like certain flavor profiles. So it's fine.
Every day.
It's fine.
Every day.
Who said every day? What are you trying to do?
I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like every day. Like there
Over
was
20 years.
he hasn't tried them all yet.
Yeah, I still haven't got through the whole department yet.
Apple a day.
You know how many different types of apples there are? It's gonna take a while.
I tried starfruit one time. Zach could have up starfruit.
Yeah, how was that?
We will survive. It's not poisonous.
You know, the cool thing is that once you get fired, your brother can get you hired on as a fake
As
job.
a surveyor. I'll become a surveyor who plays Pokemon during work.
I guarantee there's probably somebody doing it.
This dude right here, don't give him any ideas. He'll be a level 27 in
He'll be
friggin'
super
like
quick.
2 weeks. He'll walk around hatching eggs left and right.
I'll be quiet for a while, but I have worked with Craig on one job. He asked me randomly on a side job to go help him out one day.
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
What did
That
you?
is true. He did.
Yeah.
Wait, no, time out. How did you just start this sentence? I'll be quiet,
I'll be
for
quiet
a while.
after. I don't know what it
You're on here. You can
You're
talk
a
whenever you
guest,
want.
my man. You welcome in. Everyone, should we hug real
The
quick?
nest. We're in the nest.
Yeah,
Let's do a group hug.
Huddle up.
Yeah. At least hold hands.
This is garage night. Have you ever been to a garage night when someone just is like sitting there and maybe they came in with a friend and like someone tells a joke? It's like, just real quick, I'll be quiet. I'll just drink this.
Normally somebody's there telling me to shut up, Skelly.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Shut up, Skelley. Let's make you feel
happens.
comfortable here.
Kyle's
that
not.
happen? Does-
I need
Kyle's-
a picture of
Does
that guy.
Does that happen
Kyle's
at my
not
house
here.
on garage night? Do people tell you to shut up?
Kyle and Lee aren't here for him.
Most time I earned it.
All right, so tell your story, but never again do I want to hear you say, "I'll
Is
shut
this
up."
thing even plugged in?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be hilarious.
He just listens to it and he's like, I didn't hear myself at all.
Oh yeah, no, it's running.
We are. See those reels? They're
We're
recording.
not recording any of this.
Doing a great job.
No, I don't remember why, but Corey must have been busy or didn't want to do it or something.
I
and
probably
was
didn't
free.
want to help him.
So he asked me, so I went and I don't remember how we met up. I think I rode with him. And we went up somewhere up in the hills and he got his transit out.
It wasn't a real job.
No.
But at the end of the day, he got paid.
Got paid. A little bit of fence jumping. That's about
So you're saying he finished the job?
Yes.
it. So you know about Craig, he finishes the job.
What are we talking about?
Like I said, I'll be quiet. There's nobody. You need a picture of that guy that tells me to shut up most of the time.
So what'd you guys do when you went up there?
Well,
Did you survey some stuff?
Yeah. Hopped over the fence, and I think I had a hop fence. I remember that in my head.
did hop
Did you
fence.
survey a redwood?
No, it was a little suckle, a little honeysuckle.
I got it.
That's a great joke, everyone. Genius joke.
And how do you know that's true?
I don't.
But it helped because he showed me how to set up a transit, or at least the stand and stuff. And then years later,
Wait, what? A stand and stuff?
This and that, or something like that.
What's a stand and stuff?
It's in the Urban Dictionary. It's when one guy... No, never mind.
I gotta start growing my own shut
I
up
like-
Skelley guy.
I like
He's
it.
not going to want to come back. He's like, I can't even get through it.
that to get me thrown off of my own thing. He's like, I gotta throw this out.
It's my hand grenade.
The stand and stuff.
So was
That
he,
is going to be your team name next year.
was he enjoyable to work with?
It's a pleasure.
I don't find that to be the case.
No. Whatever. Anyway, so you had fun, you got paid.
Got fun, had fun, got paid,
Nice.
and he didn't ask me back, so I must not have done a very good job because it was probably really hard, and I didn't. Do
So was he
everything I
your
supposed
chainman?
He was that day,
Okay,
yeah,
that's right.
for a whole day. We went and did some side work. I think we went to lunch, had lunch. So,
Yeah.
It was a good day.
We got him pretty quick. It was nice.
Did you buy him lunch? Or did you go Dutch?
I think I did. I don't remember, but I probably did because he came and worked for us.
Okay.
Was it Godfathers?
I don't even remember.
No,
Was it that long ago?
it wasn't Godfather's.
It wasn't Enumclaw. We were.
I
out in
don't
the
think
middle
we
of
got
nowhere.
lunch. I think we
were a
hurried
couple
up
hours
and
away
got
from
done, and it was like, well, here's a full
Did
day.
you
I
bring
don't think we
lunch? You
took
made
all
little
day.
sandwiches for you, both of you?
Cut off. cut the crust off.
I'm like, I brought a cooler. I'm like, I brought you lunch. It's like the sandwich in a Ziploc bag, and then I stopped and got myself lunch.
You're like,
Carrie's handwriting, "Love you, hun," on it. Is well, here, Carrie made this for you.
it's like school when you can't afford the hot lunch, you get the cold lunch.
Yeah. That's why he invited you, because he didn't want to eat his own homemade lunch. I got to give this to somebody. I can't eat.
Craig's eating a lot of garage or gas station food.
That is true.
That's disgusting. That is absolutely horrible. But the note was Godfathers. What you said something about someone buzzword Godfathers. Hey, I got to talk about Godfathers with Jared. Godfathers with Jared.
No, I just didn't know if I had told the story before. When we were in high school, me and Jared were in the school store with Jackson and Stokey. When you got the school stores open, you ran the school store. And we got tasked with bringing pizza into the school store for lunches for people. And so we started taking business meetings down at Godfather's. And so the first time we go down there, we're sitting there and the manager walks up and she's not that much older than we are. And she sits and starts talking to us. And you look over and I can tell she has a thing for Jared here. And I mean, he could tell his side of it, but
Who doesn't though?
that's very true. I mean, I understood it at the
All
time.
of our body language, we're all facing him right now.
That's just the way it goes. But we ended up having business meeting after business. We would just skip class. We weren't even supposed to be having business meetings, and we would just go there. And we were like, "What's a business meeting?" And we just go get free pizza.
Well, we got to check out on our try to get more flavors in or more different types of pizza. We got to go over our numbers. Blah blah blah. Miss Jackson's like, "Oh yeah." So we'd go get like free buffet like twice a week.
Wow. Dude, that buffet was so good.
It was good.
The salad bar was absolutely amazing. And then I would load up on salad bar. Then I would get a couple like meat lovers, and then the dessert pizza. Like it had it all.
Yeah,
it
was
had
delicious.
it all.
That sound like hashtag bring back Godfathers.
Yeah,
Bring back Godfathers.
and we had a good run until the final time we went there. If you remember, we went there and she was gone.
Yeah.
And they told us she didn't work anymore. So I think she got fired. I don't know if it was for giving us free buffets. I'm not going to say it was. I don't know. And then on the way back, we got stopped by the Terminators If you remember the Terminators, want to know what we were doing, and we were like, we're at a business meeting. Like, we had business, and she went and talked to Jackson, and so she came up to us and was like, what were you guys doing? We're like, we went to a business meeting, and she's like, no, that's not how this works. You don't just decide to go do that. And we got taken off the account, and we weren't allowed to do the pizza anymore.
Love Miss Jackson, but she knew what we were doing the whole time. She was in on it, and then she had to come clean, and somebody had to fall on the sword.
So she knew, but she had. So I had to say, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
That's
we brought in so much money. We brought Godfather.
We brought too
it
much
was like
pizza.
one of our ideas.
We brought too much pizza, too. There's so much leftover
their
pizza.
best idea was their worst idea. It would be their downfall.
When nothing's enough.
We oversold how much we could sell to
Greed
people.
is good.
Have you guys not heard of Mavis?
Yeah.
Because she would have signed anything. She could have signed.
We knew
Well-
Mavis well.
We both TA'd for Mavis. I TA'd twice for Mavis because my freshman year, I had something happen. I didn't do PE, and then they let me because she loved Craig. Mavis absolutely loved Craig. And as soon as she heard my last name, she's like, you can TA for me. So I TA'd for her as a freshman. I remember you coming in there as when I was a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
And you would be in the office all the time with Mavis.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But I was-
she did not sign anything.
But
for
I
you?
was a freshman who was like sitting there like super shy, like all these, because it was like a senior hangout.
It
And
was,
so I was
absolutely.
So I was a freshman sitting there like, oh god, what?
Where the dean of students.
Yeah, the
was.
dean of students was right in there. And but our senior year we TA'd for Mavis again, and we were in there with her all the time too. But when we left for the school store, we just left. We didn't go talk to anybody. We just took off.
It was part of our course.
You just got the M with the then just circle the M. It's the easy.
Nothing came from it. It was like almost end of the semester. And she was like,
technically-
don't do that again. And we're like, all right, cool.
Technically, we were the TAs for the dean of students, but Randy didn't want us.
Who was your guys' dean of students?
Randy?
Who was your dean when you were senior year?
Cochran.
But Randy didn't want TAs. We went. Remember the first day we walked in, they were like, "We're TAs," and he's like, "No," and we were like, "All right." And we went over to Mavis. We're like, "Do you want 2 more TAs?" So she had 4 TAs that period.
He didn't want TAs.
No, he didn't want us in there.
He just said no.
Yeah. So we went over to Mavis. She let us TA for her the rest of the time. So we were extra. So we just got to walk around and do what we wanted.
Yeah,
most
we're
of the
just
time.
like, hey, here's a note. And then we'd hand it to the underclassmen. And then they would go do it. Or if we felt like stretching our legs, we'd be like, we're going to be back. And then
we would go play volleyball with underclassmen and PE. We just show up in the class, start playing volleyball until we
That
got
was
kicked
fun.
out.
I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody else had that sort of like Saved by the Bell sitcom type like power in a sense that you could just do anything. I remember teachers just saying, "Hey, like Travis, stop! Like you need to." And I'm like, I was like drunk. You know who I am? Like drunk with power. Like I remember my German teacher pulling me aside one-on-one, saying, "Travis, I know you're a Christian and that you do Young Life, but you're just not honoring God by skipping classes all the time." And I'm like, oh well. Like, I got that was the biggest guilt trip. But one time I skipped Miss Avy's class. I love Miss Avy, and
She was super
shout
nice.
out to her. Rest in peace. Love Miss Avy. She's a great teacher. I had a lot of fun with her. That's when they had the history teacher, Mr.
Marshall
was there.
Might have been
Marshall was government.
Hey, was AV up in the library when you were there?
up in the library.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who did you have? It was I
I had her too. I had her senior year. She was awesome. She did.
Okay.
English
All right.
class.
We're good now.
Yeah.
We're good now.
She's the one I almost got out of the senior project for.
Well, I skipped class and I ran around like seeing people and doing what you did, volleyball and go play ping pong and go running here and just do dumb stuff. 25 minutes later, I come back because I felt like, well, I should probably get back now. And Travis, can I see you after class? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so once the kids left, everyone else left, she said, come talk to me. And I went up and she said, Travis, I'm going to have to write you up. You're going to get in-school suspension. You obviously were gone for 20, 25 minutes. And I was like, yeah. This is embarrassing, but I had diarrhea. And just really had to go to the bathroom. And she's like, oh, you were in the bathroom? And I'm like, yeah, I was in the bathroom the whole time, like 25 minutes in the bathroom. Worst episode I've ever had at my work at school. And she's like, oh, okay, all right, cool. And I'm like, to my head, because I thought, no one's gonna lie about pooping, and
Nobody's going to tell this story.
never got in trouble. Got him. Well, probably shouldn't say that.
All that power did go to your head.
It did. I was drunk. I was drunk with power. LARPing.
Do you want to go LARPing?
Corey wants to start LARPing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Live action role play.
You ever seen the movie Role Models?
It's awesome. One of the best ones.
So if you're going to play Pokemon, I think we should LARP as you play.
But would you have a cell phone if you were LARPing? Because they're pretty true to that. You just have a sword and a shield or a bow and arrow. Or
That is true. You can hide it behind your shield so you can still play Pokemon.
Have you guys ever done Dungeons and Dragons? Just curious.
No, but I've LARPed before, and I was Harry Potter.
I wish that was true.
Exactly.
And I wish there was pictures. Will you go as Harry Potter for Halloween?
Maybe. If somebody
Mark it down.
if somebody that may or may not listen to this show has a party again, maybe I will.
It needs to be done.
Would you guys do LARPing?
If you do it, I'll go dress up.
I've done Dungeons and Dragons once at a bachelor party.
so these are connected. You have to do one in both.
It was
What? Yeah.
crazy.
What's the
Dungeons and Dragons
Why do you have
is
to play Dungeons and
different.
Dragons?
Dungeons and
Isn't that
Dragons,
where
I feel
somebody
like-
rolls dice
Yeah.
and tells you what to do.
Well, they have a dungeon master, and they create a. You'd probably love this. They create.
I'm listening.
They create this whole thing. They're a narrator for the entire, like, this is what we're going to do.
Narrator.
And
I want to be a narrator.
they're
like
God-
Doom Patrol.
You have to create. You have to create the game though.
Dude, they're God mode. They're God mode.
yeah.
And they get to say, like, okay, all right, so you guys this is your quest, or these are your 3 quests. What do you guys want to do? So you kind of decide what
My
you're going to
sword
do.
destroys the troll.
Yeah, stuff like that. So you guys happen to,
It'd be real life stuff we have to do.
and then you have to, like, figure out, like, what your stats are, just like a video game, figure out what your stats are. So I do this thing, because I've never done it before. And the whole time, I am just trying to figure out how I can make this just my own thing. Like, I'm, like, going toe to toe with the God mode person narrator. What's going on over here?
Craig said to play it, he has to be real life thing. So I pictured Craig sitting around the table playing a game, going, "I walk into a gas station and I buy a Pepsi." I picture Craig just playing the whole game like that.
How boring would that be?
It's like The Sims.
Or would it be awesome because you're narrating your entire life?
I'm almost out of gas. Better stop.
Roll a 5 and keep going.
How do you make this game even more boring? Just narrate your own life.
We should play one just for fun.
I think we should play Settlers of Catan.
I love Settlers of Catan. I'll play it
Fact
right
that
now.
I've
you
never
have a
played-
specific one in mind.
I've never
alerts
played
me.
it, but I want to play it, and there's a reason why I
How long
want to
does
play
it take?
It's like Risk,
45
isn't it?
minutes. It's actually at Cole Street.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because we played some like 8-hour Risk games. So
It's not that long.
I don't think we'll play Risk, but
It's
I do like Risk, though.
I found that game through Andrew Luck. He was talking about playing that
Explains a
game.
lot.
So I was like, I'm in, Andrew.
I wish you would have said like this. I just happened upon that by luck.
Oh, that would have been better.
Andrew Luck. All right. So anyway, I played a stupid game. So that was the. I just tried to make it the worst. I wanted to ruin it for somebody else. Would you? I feel like you would have done that
did what?
if you were forced into playing a Dungeons and Dragons type game, and you knew that maybe Corey, Jared, or myself, we were the narrator, we were God mode, and we would give you these options.
Yeah.
You would try to think of the dumbest
Yes.
thing you could possibly
100%.
do. I was at the
He
time.
would try to kill everybody.
They said, "You found a ring. What do you do?" And then you actually tell them, and they will write down, okay, well, if you roll a 1 through 12, this is what's going to happen. So 1 through 12, keep it. And mine was, I said, shove it up my butt. And I thought it would be funny. And I actually roll. He said, okay, he was getting mad. And he said, if you roll this number, I actually rolled that number. So the rest of the game, I had this ring shoved up my butt. And at any point, I would ruin it. for him. It was a lot of fun. It was his bachelor party too, and I was the best man.
That sounds like Craig.
I'd be like, so can I make this ring kill him?
Yes, yes.
He's pointing to Jared because that's the first person he would kill.
End my night. My bachelor party would be ended because Craig killed me in this dumb game.
And then he would ask him, he's like, so this is awkward, but you're dead. Can you leave?
The ultimate shut up. Go home.
Could you give me another drink? Now that you're out, you just be bartender for your own bachelor party. So live action role play, I'd be into that. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like that's what football is. When you go say that you're gonna. Remember we were kids? Who was your guys' go-to? I think we've talked about this before, but Jared, what was your go-to sports guy? If you're playing a pickup game, you're 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Who was your basket? I'm Alonzo Mourning. Like, who would you be?
Somebody from Illinois.
Illinois.
First one that I can remember is like Ozzie Smith, which is totally weird. It's baseball.
For basketball?
Yeah. For basketball.
I'm Ozzie Smith. For playing basketball.
It influenced him a lot.
Probably Peyton. Or that team, the UW team that had Nate Robinson and Conroy and stuff like that. One of those two probably teams in that area.
I can tell you,
I really paid attention to basketball.
Does this bother you?
I can
Want to
tell
trade
you
seats for a second
who his pickup football guy was.
Who would you pick up? Joey Hollenbeck.
Deion Sanders.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Deion Neon.
Yeah.
He had that Sanders jersey he wore out there all the time.
Yeah, I got a Falcons jersey. I had it before I
love
even knew
the
who
Falcons,
Deion Sanders
too.
was. I didn't get into sports until like 8th grade. I was completely.
Did
like,
you love
whatever.
Michael Vick too?
Yes.
You loved Michael
Pre
Vick?
and post dog thing, whatever. Then he got in the Eagles and that ruined a little bit, but it was still cool.
Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
I had a Virginia Tech hat forever. I love my.
I did too. Like probably the only two people in the club with the Virginia Tech hat, and we didn't even know each other at the time.
Did you guys have those white hats that said Cox and like?
no game can now?
Yeah.
No,
Maybe.
I had the Irish one.
maybe.
I know you did. I know you did.
Didn't somebody burn out on somebody's Virginia Tech hat?
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
You and your truck did.
On whose hat?
You were trying to be cool.
Was that on yours hat? It wasn't your hat, was it?
Yeah, it was our group of friends, but somebody. Yeah, it was my hat. It's orange. Yeah, this is why I came to confront you on this.
Oh. Well,
This is actually
my long
an
play to get
intervention,
back at
Corey.
hey, I'm sorry.
We're all good.
Way to right or wrong.
Thank you. That's what this is about.
All right. Well, that's all we needed. That's all we needed was just that. Tell the story.
I think we were in like a
left my hat in your
McDonald's
truck.
parking lot or something. I don't know why it got under my
Yeah,
tire.
McDonald's across.
I don't think I put it under my tire.
Somebody did, but I'm pretty sure you were there. I don't really care.
I'm pretty sure
it
I'm
was
the
my
one-
favorite hat, and I wore it like a lot.
I know I
in high
burned
school.
out on a hat. I didn't put it under there,
Well,
and I didn't think
you're-
I didn't think it was your hat.
It was. I think it was like Hagmeyer with you.
Were
for
you
some reason.
mad, Jared? Were you mad?
I think
At the time? Yeah,
it was probably
Have you guys seen-
It was probably Gage.
probably.
It was probably Gage and Michael and Michael Bright wasn't there.
I'm going to ask you this:
Maybe Gundy. I don't know.
He's got questions.
the last have these guys seen you your maddest?
I know Corey has. Like my Matt, yeah.
Your maddest.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
Maybe not your
Probably.
maddest moment in life.
Craig's missed me actually fighting. But other than that, yeah.
I was there.
You were there, and you got mad.
What happened?
Yes.
I'm
Please
undefeated in
share
bar
the story.
fights.
Please share the story.
So we're at the.
You
what
can
was it
omit
called then?
names if you want.
He doesn't
Wait, it
know
was-
their names.
Yeah, we don't know their. I don't know their names.
It was.
Was it the Crystal at
It was
that
the
point?
Crystal at the time.
It was
I
at the
think.
Crystal.
Yeah.
My sister was there. Craig was there. I don't remember why we were all there, but we were there.
Yeah.
And having some drinks. And they're doing karaoke kind of, sort of, at the same time. And this African-American gentleman and this white guy start singing Ebony and Ivory. And it wasn't terrible. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. That's funny. And I saw him in line later, and I just randomly, I had a few drinks. I put my hand on the African-American guy's shoulder and told him, or like kind of like, hey, nice job.
It's 2021. We can just say guy.
The guy. Well, it plays into the thing because
It's pertinent
Ebony
to
and
the
Ivory.
It's pertinent to the song.
So
Oh,
I
okay,
say, hey,
okay.
nice job. And
Okay.
before I could get the words nice job out, his white, slightly taller than me friend, white guy, is like, hey, and he just gets in my face. I don't know if he's protecting this guy because he's way out in Enumclaw and stereotypes be what they be.
They weren't from town. They weren't.
They were not from
Both
town.
of
They
them
were
were
out
from
of town.
town. No
They
one
were
was,
out of
okay,
town.
all right.
And yeah, totally got in my face, started yelling at him. And at that point, I was just like, well, okay. And I'll get mad, but most of the time if I drink, we're having fun, not a big deal. And he just wouldn't stop. So I finally got mad, and it was like, hey, like, you need to stop or we can go outside. And he kept talking. I'm like, no, you need to stop or we're going to go outside. So I got mad, and I'm like, okay, we're going outside. And I walked outside by myself because he wouldn't come out. I came back in, so that's what I thought, blah, blah, blah. I'm a big tough guy. And he starts talking. I go, no, you can't talk. I already went. You didn't come. You cannot talk anymore. And then he's like, oh, and I go, let's go again. So I walked out, and this time he followed me. And then I just go, oh, crap, he actually followed me this time because whatever, I might be tough, but I'm not tough. So he comes out. At that point, it just becomes a punching/wrestling match, and he didn't know how to wrestle. So that goes on. Kind of get pulled off. I didn't get hit. We're good. I go back inside. That guy gets told he's 86th. He gets like marked.
What bar? What bar?
Crystal.
Okay.
It's like the back.
Wow,
yeah.
Crystal. Was this Pard's place or was this the Crystal?
Crystal.
No, it was
Okay.
the Crystal at the time.
Yeah, it's the Crystal.
We couldn't get into Party's place at first.
I forget if I got marked off. I think I got to come all the way back in.
You did, but we're like, we should probably.
We should probably go just in case. Yeah. Yeah. So like, my sister's mad because she's like, I've never seen you fight, bro. And Craig's like, whoa, I'm here. Why did you not tell me? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's good. So yeah.
Greg's first question was the other guy wearing a red hat? Because I'm in.
So you have a buddy with the red hat? Yeah. So that was that.
So then they got 86th. Did the cops come?
I don't think so.
Well, that's the reason I think we were told they were coming, so that's the reason we decided to
Yeah.
Bail.
get Jared out of there.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It was just a drunk guy that saw the car up above the bar. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, God.
Oh shoot! Cops already here. Cops are here.
Craig, get me out of here.
Corey, has Jared ever seen? I'm sure Craig has, but has Jared ever seen you at your maddest?
He's probably seen me angry. I don't think I've ever been... I think there's very many people who have ever seen me super mad. I think I've ever got super mad.
I've seen you mad at Craig during sports.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's
I get
probably about there.
I get competitive during sports, and I'll get pissed off during that. But I've never got to the point where I've like lost it, I guess. And everybody's ever seen me lose it, other than when Craig doesn't give me credit for his shoulder.
Well,
What are you looking for?
it'd be different. Like if they were playing basketball, especially like if they were on their same teams, that'd be great. Because then you're like, if you're not on their team, then you're like, oh crap, because they're gonna somebody's gonna get hot, and it's gonna be crap.
And we're both going to annoy the shit out of you.
Well, I immediately want to guard Corey, but somehow I end up guarding Craig, or he guards me, and it's like this. He's just doing this.
I remember guarding Craig. I love guarding Craig. Craig didn't run.
Oh,
Craig didn't stay down in the low, though. He liked to be on the outside.
I was the big guy.
I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, that's me too. Furthest point. I mean, that's like you run here. You guard that guy. You're not running.
I was the opposite. If you're going to guard me, I'm going to try to run you so you stop guarding me.
Oh, I hated that. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
no, I was saying, but if you split them up, and somehow the matchups go what they may. Most time they wouldn't guard each other, but every once in a while, I don't know, they'd end up with each other, and then it'd be if Craig starts getting to him a little bit, or Corey's a little bit off.
So it's brotherly stuff.
Yeah.
So you saw him at his maddest, but it was at his own brother.
If Craig did something here or there,
Same answer for Craig.
Corey would never make Craig mad. Craig would just get even. Craig has a dead eye. I'm just going to rip your heart out. Corey's like, I'm going to beat you, and you're not going to like it, but I'm going to beat you. And he'll run around, and he'll get through screens, and he'll shoot shots. You're like, crap, how do you hit that? Craig's like, no, I don't care about the score. I'm going to hit this in your face.
Yeah.
I'll come down and Steph
doesn't
Curry
care
it
about-
from 40 feet, but you can be
He
guarding me
stops
full
caring
court,
about
doesn't
winning.
matter. Oh, there's a loose ball. We're 20 feet away from it. Let's both dive.
Yeah. No, I think what it was
Because he knows I'm going.
yeah, it's Craig going, look, Jared's going to dive for that ball. Guess I am.
Yeah. Jared thinks he's going to get that ball. Nope.
I like to think there's a switch that if I ever get angry, I'm just going to like destroy some. I'm just going to kill somebody.
Yeah, but your switch is way over here.
It's a switch. It's just going to go.
My switch, at least in sports, is
So
One that's never been flipped. So you're in this room with me.
you got to restrict your plate.
Yeah.
Corey's like, I'm either your best friend. I'm going to kill you.
It's going to be all or nothing. And it's never been all so far, so we're doing good.
All right. Well, I want to talk about Joe Brassard real quick because I'm sure he's going to listen. So, how do you know Joe?
Joe and I met doing the volunteer fire department here in town.
Was he that cocky son of a bitch
Worse.
that everyone hated?
Worse. He wasn't allowed. So we started going through Recruit Academy. I think it's like a 6-month program, and his dad's on the department. Don's
Right.
awesome guy, and it was like, oh, he walked around, and his friends he'll probably fess up. He had a little peacock going on about, oh, my dad works here. It's no big deal.
I'm the next one up.
I'm the next one. It's no big deal.
Right.
So we got to know each other, and our class got to know each other, and I ended up moving in with 2 other guys that were going through the same recruit class, and we got a house together. We were all ready to move out at the same time. Things worked out. And after like 2 weeks of him being over, I was like, guys, you guys are friends with him. I'm really not. We have no Joe days. We had flat out no Joe days where he was not allowed. If I get home from work on a Friday night, okay, fine. Everyone else's Friday night. But if it was like a random Tuesday and I was like, no, it was a no Joe day. It was known. I don't remember if it was on a rotation or if it was through text. Like,
Do you
hey,
guys know Joe?
Yeah.
You know Joe.
Yeah.
and yeah,
But
it was
Joe's
bad.
gotten way better.
Oh, he's one of my better friends. I
Yeah.
haven't talked to him in like 3-4 months, but yeah,
That happens.
it happens.
I only text him during football season too. But you guys became friends because what? When did you guys?
Because of fire, running calls together, and
But then you guys became better friends because you had no Joe days. How did you go from no Joe day to now I'm going to hang out with this guy?
after drill and stuff, you go out and have beers at the Mint or places like that and get together. He was really good friends with, cause one of the friends. Anyway, we had friends that were all
Mutual
hung together.
friends and all that.
So our threesome, one of our roommates, he would be the 4th guy a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then
What are we talking about?
the 2 other people that I lived with, our roommates. And then he would want to hang
Was
out. Or we
Craig taking you up out into the wilderness or after?
It's probably after. It's probably what set the path.
No.
Did you guys do stand and stuff?
I
don't think Joe knows what a transit is.
That's what No Joe Night was for. That was standing stuff night.
So dumb. Okay, well, I didn't know all that. I always wanted to know because I feel like there was times where, obviously, I feel like as you guys got older, you guys probably ran a little bit more together. Didn't you guys brew beers together here and there?
No, I know he got into that. I moved out of town before I think he got into that, but we have kids around the same age. Like, we got a really, sweet picture of like his oldest or his daughter and my oldest son like holding hands when they're like
that's
months
cute.
old,
Yeah.
and stuff. So, and his wife gets along with my wife really well.
That's good.
So, play dates and stuff, and it just kind of grew from there. If you do the fire department and you go on to do calls and stuff, you grow a little bit closer just because.
Where do you live now?
I live all the way down in Ording.
That's terrible.
It's not great. It's not great.
How was the wind last night?
We didn't lose power, which was good because
Wind
the
was
running.
Whipping.
The wind, yeah. Well, it's not as bad as up here, but it affects everything worse down there. It's like people up here know it. They either have generators or the power company's like
Gotcha.
spot on. Down there, your trees start blowing, and next thing you know, your internet's down, and then it's just a matter of time.
Trailers flipped over.
It's not
Matter
good.
matter of time till that mountain goes.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Shots fired.
I got nowhere big, nice garages, I guess.
Listen, the one thing about, do you believe, here's my thing. Here's my conspiracy. If you want to call me the Enumclaw Joe Rogan, I'll become the Enumclaw Joe Rogan just because of this. I don't think Lahar is going to reach Enumclaw. I don't think Lahar is going to reach Enumclaw.
What do you think Enumclaw's sitting on top of?
Yeah.
That is, in my mind,
Doesn't matter.
Non-factual evidence.
a huge...
Prove it.
Listen, I don't think that could happen again, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be able to have the same distance. I don't think it's going to have the same... I think that that had been horribly... probably when Mount Rainier was created. But...
I hope you're right, but I don't think so.
Well, where are you going to go? What's going to happen? What's your escape pod? What are
I'm
you...
going to sit in a chair.
Just get swept through?
I'm heading straight for the mountain.
Oh, you're charging it? Are you going to put out Braveheart? Are you going to put blue and white just paint
What
on your
he
face?
thinks is that being a ginger, he's so hot.
Oh,
His heat coming off is just going to repel everything back towards the mountain.
that's horrible.
So I could save the town.
Yeah. He's just being thoughtful.
So I'm not normally home during the week, but on Mondays in Ording at noon,
They have the.
Lahar. I took the
They
holidays.
don't have the Lahar.
They have. We practice that once a week. They just run some water through town just to.
Piping hot water.
No, they have these
That
alarms.
seems
so
like a bad use of resources to waste that
our
much
water bill's ridiculous.
Taxpayers in Ording are upset.
I have to rebuild my house every single day.
We're on stilts. It's cool.
That's just
That's not a bad idea.
Works at the ocean.
for what?
If
you think stilts are going to hold up?
Good.
Okay.
Steel poles. Except you'd be more like Angry Birds, where things are just gonna be flying at you and just taking out your house too.
It's like Lethal Weapon 2 when they pull the things out and the whole thing falls. No, bad reference. My bad. Shut up, Skelley.
That was quick. That was a quick reference. That was the fact. I didn't even get a register before I was told that I shouldn't register it.
You should just buy a helicopter.
Okay, so you're not at home.
I'm not at home, and the Lahar warnings, so
Yeah.
it's like a siren starts going off.
Yeah.
My dog starts, the older one starts barking. I'm like, what is that? And my wife's like, it's the Lahar thing. I was literally like ready to grab the kids and go like, what are we doing here? I didn't know, and it's one of those, I knew it
Yeah.
way back in my head, like this thing happens, but I'd never been
Right.
home on a Monday randomly
Right.
to hear it. Freaked me out.
Well, just so you know, you're probably gonna hear a gigantic explosion first, and then maybe some earth movement.
What if he's playing Xbox?
Oh, good point.
Listen to your
He has,
podcast.
he has headphones in or something.
I thought that was the Rumble Pack.
This game is so realistic.
Wow.
What are you playing, Mount Rainier?
My advice is just get a helicopter.
Yeah.
That's
When I get my
and
taxes
then,
back.
and then a helipad.
Yeah. Probably the helipad first. But that's
Kobe
up-
kind of killed
that's
that
up
for
to
me.
you. Whoa. Jeez. Are you Craig?
No. Every time somebody dies, I immediately think of Craig. Like
Yeah.
in the sports world. Every single time.
Because Craig probably made a text out to somebody.
Like what,
already.
Lasorda just died, and I'm like, how can Craig make a joke about this? He might not. He hasn't done
Who?
it. Tommy Lasorda died.
When?
Didn't
I didn't know that.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
he? You got a joke for it, ready to go?
I've been like NutraSweet or Slim Fast or whatever he did.
Not a case.
Did he? Was he a Slim Fast spokesman?
Collector's item.
He did one of them. Weight Watchers, something. Look it up. I guarantee it's one of them.
I think he did. But I always get him confused with.
Jimmy Johnson and the other commercials he did?
No.
Late night.
It was another baseball dude,
I'm looking this up.
and it was no runs, no drips, no errors. It was a paint thing where they'd spray paint
It wasn't
the
Sparky
bench,
Anderson, was it?
and he was also, I think he was a Dodger as well. It was I can't remember that guy's name. Oh, Ukirk?
Bob Euchre.
Bob
The
Ukirk.
announcer?
Just a bit outside. That
Yeah,
guy.
that guy's
Yeah.
awesome.
He Dodgers. He Brewers, wasn't he?
Brewers. He was a Brewers.
He was an announcer.
And Indians.
Yep.
What do they know their team name yet?
The Indians.
The Cleveland baseball team.
The Caucasians.
I know they're not. They're not
Oh,
the
he did.
that name anymore. I don't know if I can say it anymore.
Did you look up to see what
I am.
he was hawking?
Yeah, hold on.
If it was as seen on TV, Travis would already know what he was hawking. But
Dude, I love asking
Well,
on TV.
so have you
Slim Fast. I was
Fast.
right.
Fast. All right.
So you're gonna buy a
I like
pack
that
from
too.
Costco.
I'm gonna
would've said
say
it
something too, and then I'm gonna pull my phone. You even held it so
Yeah.
no one could read
It's
it.
law.
I was right.
Level 28.
All right, ready?
Travis.
Ready? What's your his joke about Slim Fast and him dying? Go.
Or just retell the Cardinals guy, because that was all time Craig right there.
No, we're good.
No, we're good.
I
Okay,
was,
never
I was
mind.
expecting something horrible from him. It's like
I
more
can't
like
think off the top of my head.
more like
I wish I
die
would have known,
fast.
though. You guys would have got a text if I would have known. My bad. I apologize.
It is every you.
Not forgiven.
yeah.
Well, I waited a while for Kobe. I did.
You waited like 2 hours.
That's longer than I normally wait.
So good. And I don't like Kobe, so I immediately enjoyed it. But like,
Whoa, jeez.
It's like a year. It's been a year. Are we talking about Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
yes.
No, what other Kobe were we talking about?
Beef? I don't know.
You want Kobe beef day?
I know.
We're talking about the
Yeah.
day it happened, though.
You were happy?
Yeah, how could you?
yeah, jeez.
Kyle's head's back here saying, "Shut up, Skelley." But yeah, it was like, that's kind of funny. Kobe, whatever.
Wow. I'm putting you in the Craig category.
The most fake people in the world. They'd be like, "Oh, Kobe, he's so great." No, he's a piece of whatever.
We're going back to the Denver thing that we're talking about.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, I was nothing but,
Respectful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jared, thanks for coming on the old podcast.
That hate mail. Just keep it coming.
I'm
not a Kobe guy.
Is there anybody?
I chose Shaq.
I can understand if it's like he broke his leg, but like, oh, he died.
I wasn't the pilot. It wasn't my fault.
Best day of my life.
I mean, that is a good point. He was not the pilot.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
So we can move along.
I was just the mechanic.
Tighten those rotors.
Oh my gosh! We're not even. It was like a year ago. I might release this on the anniversary of it on accident. That's crazy.
All Jared's saying is he sides with the woman in Denver, and it's upset him ever since.
Because you've had that up in the woods with the old stand and stuff.
Dude, I'm happy this got turned around on you.
It's because he was in that hotel room with me, and he had to listen to that next door.
Oh,
In Boise.
that was bad.
Yeah, when I told that story, he was the one with me.
Wait, what? We're in
you
so
tell
many
that?
stories right now. I don't know.
That's how garage night works.
I told that. I'm pretty sure I told that story
Yeah,
I don't
what?
think you
about
did
being
on-
in Boise.
No.
We went and visited somebody in that was going to BYU, Idaho, one of our friends, and we were down there. We had to stop in Boise and get a hotel room for the night, and it was like this just skanky hotel. It's called the Safari Inn.
Safari Inn.
And we get a room in there, and we go in there, and we're both laying in bed, and all of a sudden,
Not together.
We don't know that.
allegedly,
No, wait. It was one bed.
No.
No, it was one bed.
guys-
It's like
there was one
You guys
bed.
sent me a picture.
bad.
You guys sent me.
Inaccurate information. One bed.
You sent me a picture. You guys were head to toe.
Well, the only bed we could get was one queen size bed. It's the only room they had, and we're both laying there. And next door, we hear a door, and we hear a woman and a guy, and then you hear just this woman start going, just banging away, and then you hear a door again.
Wait, what are we talking about again?
A woman and a guy, and another.
When you bang,
Yeah.
it's
they were banging,
Okay, all right.
And we
I
could
didn't
hear
know
it.
if okay.
and then the door
We're doing
opens
things.
again, and another guy's voice comes in, and then they all start banging again. And so me and Jared just
Wait. A guy entered the room,
after the other guy and girl were already there.
and then the guy
And then
left.
they were all three of them were there, and we
And they're all
just banging, right?
You guys had like the coffee mugs from the.
So
No,
look,
we
we
laid there
we
quiet.
laid there quiet. We didn't talk about it till the next morning.
Yeah, well,
the next
no,
morning I
we
get
didn't
up and I go, "You heard that, right?" And he's like, and he goes, "Yep."
So wait a second. You guys laid there in silence
Yes.
Yeah.
while this is going on.
we were in the same bed. It was already awkward.
What was? I mean, we've all been there before. Caught up in
Idaho?
the moment.
have
with a gangbang next door, caught up in the gangbang.
I mean, the topic's at hand. You can hear what's going on. Maybe it's stirring some emotions. Did you guys have thoughts?
my emotions and thoughts were how awkward it was sitting there listening to the whole thing.
Jared hasn't said much. Jared,
I just miss Craig.
did you?
He did that night. He fell asleep first, and he just kept saying Craig over and over again. And I thought it was weird.
No, it was one of those, like, it was a little bit after we'd went to quote unquote bed.
Yeah.
Like, we go, all right, night, literally, we're going to get up at 6 or we're going to get up at whatever.
Good
time.
night, sweet dreams.
Good night. You brushed your teeth, right? And then totally laid there and like, oh God, if Corey's sleeping through this, I'm going to have such a great story in the morning, but this is also very weird and holy monkeys. And then, yeah, the next morning he's like, you heard that, right? I'm like, oh my God, you were awake. Like it was terrible.
It was just funny when the second guy's voice came in, and then just started over again. I was like, no way.
You didn't say that out
At
loud.
that point, I would have just got up, walked out the door,
And knocked on the
And I
other
knocked on the
knocked on
door.
the other door. That would have been awkward for Jared if I got up, walked away, knocked on the other door, and then
He heard your
he heard
voice?
my voice in the other room.
I would have come and checked on you at least.
You guys need a fourth.
I'll sit on the sidelines for a bit, just kind of warm up.
Just so you know, the guy next door is going to hear everything.
Don't use my real name. That's a horrible story.
That's the only time I've been to Boise.
I don't think you've ever shared that story on this podcast.
Oh, I thought I might have. All right.
No.
There was a bar right next to it too. That bar would always get out.
Yeah.
We were
always.
there.
We were there one night.
Well, it was getting out all night long. It was always getting out.
It was like you're
It was
looking at it
loud.
like, man, if we were here under different circumstances, we weren't just here to sleep, that would be a cool place to go hang out and see Boise.
And get probably like
Malaria.
hepatitis or something. Because it
You
looked
chose
dirty.
malaria.
Yeah.
Not an STD.
I think he chose malaria because it was called the Safari Inn. I think he was going there.
My boy. My man. Right there.
There was a lot of gold and a lot of cheetah print. You all right over there?
What's going on? You doing all right?
I feel like you almost were like in a bunker. I picture like World War II where you guys spent a whole night in a foxhole together.
Didn't say a word.
PTSD going on in the background, and you guys just sit there just shivering in the cold. It's just like the worst experience of your life. That's what I picture. And you guys the next morning, you're like, you heard that, right?
And what was party funny too is because to tell the story, we were going. It's a Mormon college, and the guy we were visiting is a Mormon. So we're like, we're going to tell this story to all the Mormon.
We get there, we're like, Rob, come over here in the corner.
Guess
like,
what happened? Yeah.
Dude. So did you guys ever have, now that we talk about loud people banging, you ever live in an apartment or a house, but apartment, where you hear the neighbors, but it's not like a hotel where it's new neighbors the next night. It's the same neighbors. You see them when you're bringing your groceries in. I had neighbors like that out in Auburn. We heard their sex all the time. And then you'd have to run into them in the parking lot. And all you can think about in the small talk was, you just got plowed last night.
No wonder you're in a good mood.
Jared's out.
He's got to go take care of business.
Jared's like,
You stirred some feelings.
I was a neighbor to both of these guys at one point. There's a drain in there on the left-hand side by the boat. It's just a drain. We pee in a drain, everyone, okay? That's the thing. There's a drain there.
A little behind the scenes.
We pee in it.
Behind the scenes, I should go see if he wants to play swords.
Just go
Behind the scenes, I might get the camera out and record.
Just go open the door and see what he does. He might just wave you in.
Dude, it's a meat locker in there. Did you feel how cold this thing came in here and just sucked out the warmth?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like a succubus.
All right, so
I think that's a Pokemon.
I wanted to use that
that's a
word.
Pokemon.
by the way,
Can you catch a succubus?
I think Kyle Pierce was our first guest for Garage Night.
Well,
It wasn't.
That was
technically
the
garage
original.
You
night
didn't
that
call
night.
it Garage
Yes.
Night yet.
They give him a break. He's
Yeah,
not here.
I'll give him a break. I know he's not here right now.
But he might listen to this back. You guys just ruined it for him.
We're totally going to keep this in. When he comes and sits down, we're going to say, how's it feel to be the first guest?
Have you had a good time being the first guest?
Would you recommend it to other people?
Being the first guest and all.
Nobody else can do this again.
Definitely not Kyle Pierce. Did you find it? Did you pee? Just don't pee in the boat. So how's it feel to be the first guest?
I'm honored. It's awesome.
You should be, because you're the first guest. It definitely was not Kyle Pierce at any other point in time.
Ever.
Do you have a story about Kyle Pierce? Do you know who Kyle Pierce is, being a softball person yourself?
I do know who Kyle Pierce is, and I like him more now than I did way back.
That's a lot of people say.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Maybe it's just you. Maybe you hate people, and then you get to know them and you
you really
like
could have
them.
played
Because you said
swords.
that about Joe Brassard, and now you said that about Kyle Pierce. But I've told Kyle Pierce and Joe Brassard this. They're the same person almost.
They live in the same house.
And they, at one point, lived in the same...
well, not at one point. At
Kyle
two separate points.
Bought Joe's house.
Yes.
Which is crazy to me. So much so, you probably haven't listened to this, maybe you did. I had, back when COVID started, I would call people randomly and put it on speakerphone. And so what I did, and there's an episode out there in the back, it's me making friends meet people. And I had Kyle and Joe, and I called them both, and I put them on a speakerphone. And we recorded a whole episode without them knowing that I was going to call them and bring them together. And it was electric.
Wow. Matchmaker.
So I need you to put your phone number in my phone so then I can start throwing
do we need to go into this phone thing? Because I had yours and then I texted it one time.
Yeah, and then here's the funniest thing. Did we talk about this yet? This lady hates me, whoever has my phone number from like 4 years ago, because she, at one point recently, so my uncle is a huge, he hates Trump, hates him. And so he created this text chain with all my cousins and all my uncles and aunts and my mom, and I was also on this, but I also wasn't on this because he had my old phone number. And so he would send out texts, he would send out articles, he would send out one thing after another. And finally, because this person knew, because of people like Jared that would text me and other people that would text me that had this old phone number of mine in their phone still, she finally said, "This isn't Travis's number. Please stop texting." And this whole time, I was completely happy with just hearing that I was not getting any of this and flying under the radar. And so anyway, so you text this person.
Yep.
What happens?
Nothing. And I forget what the initial one was, but it was a whatever, and then nothing. And I'm like, oh, I see. Just ghosted me. And I think I may have even insulted you in a professional, nice way, or a
Appreciate that.
nice
Thank
way.
you.
And I just get back. This isn't Travis's phone, and I'm like,
You thought it was me still?
a little bit, like 30% of me going, that's not a bad move to shake a guy loose. I mean, I'm sure I've had that done in other ways, but yeah. And then I'm like, oh, all right. And I didn't respond back, but it was one of those, like, because I hadn't texted you or talked to you in like a year and a half.
Sure.
2000, whenever I got married, apparently. Whew,
Let's bring it up.
that was painful.
was
I
five-
looked at
it was
it,
like
and everything
5
you
years.
said
Let's
was
bring it up.
true, and it was awful, and I apologize.
Bring it up.
It was like 5 years, if I remember right.
Yeah.
A long time.
It's okay, Jared. I forgive you.
We were told not to tell you about it anymore.
So Jared, we've talked about this in the past, where Jared has sent out. By the way, he's Scary Skelley. He's the one who's been sending the football questions. If you've listened,
Skeletor.
Which obviously he took our advice. He won the league.
Yeah.
so 2015, Jared hits me up. Hey, bud. March 16th, 2015, 8:05 p.m. on Facebook. Hey, bud. Question. Are you still marrying folks? By the way, he spelled marrying marring. So are you still marring folks? Or was that just for Joe and Jenna? There you go for Joe.
You use Bud. I know that's you because you said Bud.
My fiance
100%
and I were talking that and kind of thought of you, still early in planning, but was curious. By the way, you didn't know when you wrote this, you never knew, like in 5 years, I'd be reading this on a podcast. Yeah, I still do it. I'd be more than happy to be an option for you. Just let me know an option for you too. I haven't included your fiance, now wife. Credit to me. March 23rd, 2015. Yeah, what is that? 8 days later? No, 6 days later.
Way to get back to me.
Thanks. Appreciate that. We are looking at places this week and hope to have a date set by this time, June or July, blah, blah, blah. We can meet up with you or you and Sadie, ex-wife. Phone number, you gave me it. Okay, sounds great. I don't think Sadie will be available. Let's meet next week or so. So maybe you gave me your phone number at that point. Maybe I did text you. Maybe we did text
I think it was
at that point.
That's how it started.
That was March 24th, 2015, last time we talked on Facebook land.
Seems like longer.
October 24th, 2020. Questions for the Amazing Fantasy Football Podcast. 3 questions for you budding experts. You do say bud a lot, and you say budding as well.
All forms.
Anyway, you hit us up.
Well,
I should have shunned you.
Well, the reason why you weren't allowed there is because somebody else was going to be
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's right. I wasn't allowed there.
Yeah.
Allowed where?
You weren't allowed at their wedding
I didn't go to your wedding.
you didn't.
because Carrie was going to be there and she didn't want you there.
Oh, she hated me. That's right.
Long time hate.
Friggin' Carrie.
Well, so the idea popped in my head, and I talked to my wife before I sent that to you. And my wife remembered you from a Joe Brassard / his wife's not Halloween, Christmas or New Year's party.
Yeah.
And
I was hitting on her big time. Drunk.
probably, well,
And that's why she probably didn't want me there.
well, she was drunk too. As one a few times.
I'm
But
kidding.
anyway, yeah, she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember Travis. Yeah, that sure, that sounds like a good idea." So we found a place.
Sounded
Sounded like a good idea at the time.
No, she's like, "Oh no, I like him. He's funny." I'm like, "Oh." So then we found a place in Ording because we don't want to drive far. I thought about how far of a drive because everyone, including Carrie, always says it's so far away from everything.
I would
I
have
didn't
gone.
want to save you the drive.
would've
And I
gone.
think there were people there that didn't at the time.
I came to Ording.
Didn't like me.
Well, a lot of people came from
Wait.
Enumclaw to
It was
Ording.
a good
They
time.
didn't like me.
You missed out.
It was a great
I know
time.
one person.
He wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so. No,
Have you lost weight?
no, I'm wearing black.
Oh, okay. Because the Eagles didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I've just quit eating.
So
I haven't. I'm just wearing
So
that
anyway,
mesh tank top that
so-
shrinks you in.
so people were there. Why didn't I get the invite?
I think the place that we decided on
Fire code.
had a
Max
person
capacity.
that they're like, and we have this person. She does quite a bit. She's right in here in town.
She's better than Travis.
That is her slogan.
That's a lot of people's slogans, actually.
So we met with her once or twice. I think once, and then yeah.
I don't care that I didn't officiate your wedding.
Really,
I care
I'm getting different vibes.
that you said, "Hey, would you officiate?" I said, "Yeah, I'm open to that." And then I didn't get invited to your wedding.
In all fairness, maybe he assumed if he decided not to use you as an officiator, that it would have been weird for you to be there.
No. What if
For you, maybe.
that lady goes?
We took a vote.
For all of my friends.
That lady goes, "Is there anyone here that would object to this union?" And I would stand up like, "Not really, but you're doing a shitty job. You're the worst officiant. I'm way better."
I can tell you right now,
You can see that happen.
no, you would have seen Jared's wife turn around, run, and clothesline you.
Yeah.
She was having a rough day anyway.
That would have been
She
worth
was.
it, though. I wish you were there.
Was that Saving Silverman where where she just turns and starts? Oh yeah, because Steve Zahn
yeah.
comes in and starts, and she goes, grabs a chair and smashes him in the face with it.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
missed out. There's a pool there. Everybody jumps
Oh
in the
my
pool.
gosh.
It was a
I
good
think,
time.
one of our
guarantee
friends
you guys,
was, like, down to his underwear. One or two.
I guarantee you invited those three freaking people banging over the BYU. You invited them.
That was who officiated.
But they
She's a
they
hell-
actually
a
said
heck
they
of a
were
woman.
busy.
All three of them up there together. They tag teamed it.
I really like their
You need
voices.
witnesses.
Yes, the witnesses.
Nothing on the tag team. Come on. Come on.
I thought you were gonna go back again.
That's what they started with.
By the way, have you seen that new commercial? It's amazing. The new Geico commercial.
No, I have not. What is it?
Oh, you haven't seen it with Tag Team?
No.
What? Look it up. You
But
gotta-
get it ready because you did hear Dr. Dre had like a brain aneurysm. So lock your joke in, start working on him. Just in case.
Yeah.
No? Nothing.
Chronic.
Craig had the Chronic cassette tape.
You did?
Yeah. Why
Did the
wouldn't I?
bass hit harder with the cassette ribbon?
No.
Did you push the bass boost on the old tape deck?
The only bass I played a lot was Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
Paul Revere.
You guys like, hey, hold on. You guys want to blow your minds?
You want to check
Watch this. Click.
check out my 91 Honda Accord play this
No,
Beastie Boys.
you missed it. I put Beastie Boys on, bass going, kilometers on. We're doing like 90.
No.
What was
sleep till Ording?
what was the CD or band you made us listen to that had like the going down to the water's edge?
Oh,
That's
7
yeah.
That's an awesome CD.
That is an awesome song.
It's
That
still
is.
in rotation.
That's still one of my
car.
favorite songs.
Yeah.
What is it?
7 Mary 3.
Seven Mary 3.
One at a time, please.
I'm
That's
just
the same
excited.
thing.
Can we
Oh my gosh!
can we stop right
Seven
now?
out of three. It's coming to its edge.
Can you pay the price to put the song in right now? Ready,
No,
play.
not
Just
happening.
insert.
No, not happening. Okay, so then I always like music. I love music, and I'm going to ask my guests this. you'd always read this in your like the newspaper, the school newspaper. It'd say, who you invite you to your dinner. You can invite 3 people. What's your favorite? Who was in at the time when you were in high school? Who was in your CD player or your tape deck? Who was it?
Hanson?
In high
was it
school?
Hanson for you guys?
Only because you let Corey borrow it.
No, but we spent a ridiculous amount of money on CDs. That's part of our skip school. We would skip and go to Fred Meyer and buy CDs.
Every Friday afternoon we would skip and head down to.
We didn't go to school a lot that year.
$30 on CDs each.
Yeah.
In high school, I really liked Newfound Glory. Weezer was in there, and I do remember lots of times with Corey blaring Weezer out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I would still hang on to country, and then if anybody listened to me, I'd throw it in just for giggles.
Garth Brooks guy over here.
Yeah.
This guy,
you know,
karaoke Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks is not a bad pick.
If you went and you were at the fourth grade talent show?
Before I moved to Enid,
Shut up.
I want to know if somebody.
Shut up.
Was it
They
your
have
fourth
that on
grade?
video, please. I don't know. Get
Fourth
old
grade
Travis
talent
on
show?
that.
What was it?
I did rodeo, and then
Did you have to try out for this?
I don't know how to take that question.
You know what?
No, I don't think you had to be great. One guy did like fake electric guitar, really good. He did Johnny Be Good, fourth
Was
grade.
it called an air guitar?
Air guitar, but he had a real guitar. Is it air guitar if there's a physical guitar there?
Did he have strings on it?
Yes.
Oh
Your
no,
left-
he was
he
actually
didn't
holding
play it.
the
He
actual
held it.
guitar.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
I
Joke's
doubt,
not funny anymore,
I doubt
Craig,
Ovi,
sorry.
I doubt Ovi listens, but Ovi
Ovi Smith?
Yeah.
I love Ovi.
Yeah, he used to live next door to Kellen, so Kellen would play 2-on-1 against me and Ovi basketball, and he was like a foot taller, so he'd win sometimes.
How did we get from Garth Brooks and you at a talent show?
You
to
asked
you
me
making
here
it sound
with them.
super cool. Yeah, so then me
Hey.
and Kellen Hall and Ovi Smith played basketball.
You're laughing, but this man's an artist. He also played Gollum
Yeah,
in a play, in the Lord of the Rings play.
Did they have it at the high
Dungeons
school?
and Dragons.
Let-
No,
I'd like to hear Jared say something as Gollum.
Yeah, get that voice going.
Let's
We've
hear it.
had-
Let's hear
you've
it.
been
So here's how we.
Hold
fig-
on, hold on.
Can I tell
hold
the
on.
story how we
Just a
figured out
drum
your
roll.
voice? Remember
what
we
would I say? Give me a line.
That doesn't
Remember how we
sound
figured out
like
you
I know,
that sounds like the next
we were trying
door.
to do Yoda?
Oh well, it's very close to Yoda.
We were.
That was horrible. That was the worst
I didn't
drum
wanna hit
roll.
the table.
And now I feel like I'm never going to get turned on again in my entire life.
Did he slap your leg?
No.
Go to Boise.
Oh, that was no. I will take.
turn you right on.
You guys were in Gollum land over there, figuring things out.
It's Friday.
This
why not?
guy over here gave the worst sound effect of my life, and I never. You guys missed it. You guys will hear it again. Horrible.
Anyway, I'd like to hear some Gollum.
Gosh,
Well, like
I would
you
hear.
said,
I would take anything at this point.
we went and saw Star Wars, and we got out, and we were trying to do all the voices, and we were trying to do Yoda, and he was like really good at it, but it turned into Gollum.
Gollum, yeah,
and I was
okay.
like, he's like, this sounds like Gollum, and he would do it, and he started doing it all the time, and then he met somebody that put him in a play.
Yeah, really good friend's mom was in charge of the Plateau community members. I don't know if it's
Oh,
still
this
going.
isn't even high school.
No, this was totally
You were
extracurricular.
walking by somebody with the Gollum voice and like, you know what?
No, they were a friend, and then we'd go to their friend's house or whatever, and I would just be a dork and do it over there and do
Right.
it over here because I figured it out. At least I thought I figured it out, and it wasn't getting booed. So the mom was like, "Hey, you're doing this," and I'm like, "What?" And then she's like, "No, you're doing this. You need to come hear this." And then she totally, and I showed up because why not? I like attention, and showed up. And then I realized like if I didn't do sports, I totally could have done drama.
Did you let her in drama?
No, I didn't. I
I
never
let
did
her
a
in
school
drama.
play. Did you really?
Yeah.
What do you look at me for?
What'd you let her in?
Do I look like I let her
newspaper?
in drama?
Can you yearbook? Can you let her in whatever you did?
No.
What did you let her in?
I lettered in being like
Sick, bro.
Wait,
I let her to be a smartass.
I could have lettered in that.
can you let her in newspaper? I was a sports photographer, but I did 2 sports, so I never had to
Hey,
take any
if
pictures.
you go look at
Is that Wallace's
if,
class?
if you go look at your junior year, my senior year,
Yearbook.
it pretty much shows that I'm in every club that's there.
You were because you were in the background of everything. Andy Ainsworth did the same exact thing. Did you guys? Oh, we're not gonna talk about that. Maybe off the air we'll talk about that.
I still haven't heard Gollum yet.
And those wait.
Warm it up. Do
Those
those warm ups.
Patreon subscribers Can they get
A personalized
a
phone call.
personalized cameo from Gollum?
I can see.
I don't have the unitard anymore.
You know what would be the worst is if someone said, "Hey, you look like Gollum. Can you work on the voice?" But for you, they were like, "Hey, your voice. Can we need to do something about the rest of you?"
Well, it was a full meal deal. I had to like a flesh colored unitard that I'm like, Vicky, why do you make me do this?
You were
You got
Green,
body-
did it
Green
all.
Man.
Body
I
painted.
did it all. Paint. They had like a fake spines. Where
How many shows was this? Did you have to go to the Christmas parade?
I want
or
to
the
say it was
4th of
like
July?
8 or 10 or
It was
12,
off-Broadway.
something like that. It was
Well,
an
that's what I'm
improv.
saying. Yeah, but they do that. They're in the parade every year.
Oh, I was not getting my butt in that parade with that
Oh,
on.
that would have been awesome. They're like, "You're the star."
No, I did. I think I did it a couple times where I would like jump off stage. There's a part in it where like he realizes
What does he say?
it's something about my precious. Obviously, I know. You were gonna wait for it, but you jump off stage, and I didn't tell anybody. I was just gonna jump off stage and run to the back of the audience and out the back door, and then go back around. And I did it. And that was pretty funny because I scared the bejesus out of like the front row people who had no idea because it was like, "Oh, we're bringing this to you." I thought it was cool. I didn't get yelled at, so I did it the couple more
What
shows.
a showman!
Well,
I'm telling you.
because he landed on all fours, his bad ankles didn't impact.
I had a
Just
tape.
imagine him jumping off and just going, thinking he's just gonna wow people and blow people's minds.
he just eats it.
He just lands and just rolls, and just hear that just him crumple to the ground. Just
It's just it'd be in the Gollum voice though. Gollum is hurt or something, whatever that is. I can't even do a Gollum voice.
Rover. I don't even know. Rover.
my precious. He goes, my ankle.
He stays in character.
My precious ankle.
I'm glad you came. Aren't you?
I had my list would not have had Gollum on my list of.
So what? So okay. So do the voice, please. I want to hear the voice. Can you do it?
All right.
Well, wait.
Whoa.
I didn't have to warm him up. He was ready. I was gonna say we'll all try it and then you do it.
Go. No, that's great.
I'm
Okay,
not trying nothing. I
No,
suck.
just your hair. You love it. Oh, this is Lord of the Rings.
I will.
I have not seen a single Hobbit. Or
Every voice I try to do comes out like another voice.
Dude, I'm the same thing with accents. Or like,
Yeah.
like do a Spanish accent. And I'm like, hey, like do a Scottish. Hey,
Smoking a pancake. You're like, what are you trying to do?
what are you doing?
is that Bill Cosby doing the? Hey.
You're fat Albert in every single way.
We need Big Bird. That's Fat Albert. I don't know.
I used to annoy people at work because I kept trying to do Bane, and I'd be like, "Who's boo?" I just kept doing that over and over again.
All right, I'll do Gollum. You gonna try Gollum?
Yeah, but it's gonna.
Are
Come
you
out,
gonna try Gollum?
It's gonna come out like Yoda.
My precious.
It sounded like I hurt your throat.
Are we gonna do the same thing so we can?
Yeah,
judge?
yeah.
My precious.
That's not too bad. Is he gonna judge this?
I think it's getting a text from Hollywood.
No, I'm getting quotes or like a line because you can't just.
What?
My precious.
It's I don't know.
To my precious.
What have I got in my pockets is not fair, not fair. It isn't fair, my precious. It isn't fair to ask us what it's got in its natty little pockets is.
Yeah.
Yeah, committed.
Yeah.
And then I jump off stage.
You were committed.
But the question was, which one of ours was better?
I'm over my precious. Dude, that was amazing. I feel like I was watching or listening to a YouTube video there. That was amazing.
I worked on it quite a bit. Then I haven't watched it.
Did
in
you have
years.
to make that face the entire time though?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just into it.
Yeah.
Good that was.
The wife hates it. No.
That was Yoda.
I went for Yoda there.
Have you ever thrown it at her to try to get her in the mood?
Sensitive your nipples are.
No. No, I
I think that would be an instant like.
But like I said,
I'm tired.
Yoda's really close to Gollum. It
is
just
pretty
depends.
close.
You got to throw a little gruff. I don't know. I have no idea.
But
What about singing that song? Like the I see trees of green, red roses too. I bet you could do that really good.
I know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
That's
What a wonderful
That's
world.
That's a
Michael.
throat- that's a throat
Louis
song.
Armstrong, isn't it? No.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think to
that's-
myself.
I think you
What's
could.
so wonderful.
You should sing that as
What a
Gollum.
precious world.
Yeah,
Precious
That's
World.
crazy.
that's a throat song.
Remix. Wow. That's gonna sound so bad when I listen to this back.
No, that was you. What you did.
I'm a narcissist, so I'll listen to it back and be like, "Oh, that was terrible."
So here's the thing. Can we talk about this for a moment? Narcissists. I get so tired of narcissists posting about what narcissists are. Have you noticed that? I get this is a pet peeve. I'm glad. Are you going pee again? Nope. Okay.
You got tired of your narcissist talk.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out.
I have seen so many narcissists in my mind post like like articles. This is what a narcissist does in your life. And it's like, bro, that's you. But they blame it's usually when someone goes through a divorce or someone breaks up or maybe they had a bad relationship with their family and they're like post this to show how great they are and how bad their narcissistic ex-spouse is. You triggered something in me. And you know what? Hashtag Freg the Trigs. I'll back that off a little bit. But
Is that Frank Trigg?
Frig the Trigs.
Oh, I think
Triggers,
Frank Trigg
we got to frig them. Frig them out of here.
That's a hashtag.
Get rid of them. But yeah, no, that was a huge trigger. I can't stand it. Someone did it like 3 weeks ago, and I can't stand it.
No self-awareness.
None.
Nah.
They think that they're the one. They're like, oh, this person's the worst. Let me post about it.
Is this about my gifts?
This is about you. This is about you.
Knew it. I'll stop.
I'll back off. Let me back off that.
No, you're
Talk-
right though.
talk me
I
down.
mean,
Talk me down.
it's you get people posting everything political, and
Yes.
it's like I'm only on this to kind of get a half laugh and see what my cousins that are thousands of miles away are doing,
Right.
or to see if Travis posted a new podcast.
The stupid ass. Another.
That's the only
Yeah.
like my wife and I. We started when we first started having kids. We posted pictures of our kids on there,
right.
and then at some point, I think I probably watched a documentary or something, and it was like, why am I putting tens or hundreds of pictures of my child on the internet for everyone to see forever? And it's one of those really hard things. So my wife and I had like a 3-hour, 3-day argument talk about like, are we gonna put pictures up? So we don't, and like we just don't anymore. That's weird. But like newborn, maybe when you can't recognize them,
Right.
we did that. But I don't know.
I want to know what Craig said.
Craig was going to go in a direction that I'm glad Craig didn't go in that direction.
I saw something in his eyes, and I
Yeah.
want to know what it is.
No, it was just
Craig.
it was a joke.
Yeah, Craig's.
I let it go.
Was it about
Craig
Kobe?
is ruining
I
this
take it.
episode.
I take it. It was not tasteful at all. I know what it was.
No, we're going to move forward. But yes, you're right.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
I think you know what we should do. We should have a challenge with each of us. You
Yeah.
count up your entire Facebook post history. See how many posts you guys have. See
Oh.
who has the least amount of posts.
See, you're the worst.
You're not gonna
you're
have
the
that many
worst.
posts.
Oh, I win.
That means how dumb you are.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you
'Cause I
just
don't post on
lost.
Facebook.
What about how many you got tagged in?
I would still win.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I get tagged
Well,
in
you're
stuff that
getting one.
I don't mean to get tagged in.
You're 1. I'm probably 2. I would say Craig 3 and Corey 4, obviously.
I think you guys are
I don't know
probably
about tagged. I'm
I
saying
get,
posts.
I
I'm
get,
saying
I get,
posts.
I get put in a lot with. I mean, especially because
How many tweets
in the last,
you get? You get a lot of tweets.
I mean, I wasn't really big into. I did some of the kid stuff, posting stuff, and I didn't mind that. I think lately it's more of like my kids are older, so we're doing sports.
Yeah.
I'm tagged a lot, and I post a lot of stuff about sports.
Right.
So there's probably a lot out there as far as what I do as far as sports and what the kids do.
Yeah.
So I may not be 3. I may be higher than that, only because of that.
If it's
but-
tagged in, yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
actually above me because I'm in living order. I don't do anything.
Last time Craig posted
Nobody can tag me.
and not be tagged in something,
I'm
he was
too good at that game to get tagged.
Craig posted November 19th to like support local. So yeah.
Well done.
Okay,
Controversial.
now let's look at Jared real quick. Jared. Oh, I blocked you. No, I'm kidding.
He probably posted an hour ago when he said, "Go on the best podcast
Jared,
ever."
5 days ago. So 2020 was a pandemic, and 2021 is starting off as a flood. Awesome. And I ha-ha'd it. I thought that was funny.
You respond.
Good
Well, no, I
job.
go in the backyard now.
And only one other person responded as well. That had what
Graph?
was it? Graph?
I don't know.
Let's see who it was. Melinda, and Greg Peckham.
Oh, nice people.
Great. Okay,
Nice
so
people.
December 18th
Worked it
was
safely.
you. December, and then other than that, yeah, you probably post 2 times on average a month. You shared the same thing that Craig did as well.
And I live in Ording, so I get extra points.
I would say, yeah, you're 2 times. If you look at it, you're about 2 times a month.
It's good
You're
average.
about 1 times every 3 months.
But I did
you're
have,
1 times every 3 years.
Yeah, probably.
but I've posted more on your Enum discussion board than I
Yeah.
have on normal.
And how did it feel today when you posted, or was it yesterday? It's that joke, and you got the most reactions in a long time.
Your Nick Cage thing, I saw that.
Well, yeah, I thought it was funny, so I posted it.
Hey, I will tell you this: if people post stuff to our podcast, I will start responding to it.
Please,
I don't respond to anything. So.
You don't. Corey's tagged in
criticism.
so many.
Whatever it is. If you hate me, I will.
Corey,
I don't take anything.
Corey's just tagged in every single podcast. Doesn't share anything. Last time he's ever.
Was it a thank you Peyton Manning post?
No, he was tagged in Craig's for you guys' thing. Craig, Brandon, there's me wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you. I probably didn't say thank you on there.
You probably didn't. You probably just kept scrolling. We're into 2019. Posted anything by yourself? 2019. We're into 18 now. Oh my gosh.
He goes dark.
You are on dark mode. Brandon Thorpe tagged you in it. You went golfing with your dad and your brother back in 2018.
That was a good time.
2017. I don't know why Brandon Thorpe just put both of your guys' names in there and tagged you guys in it. Maybe you know this joke from August 11th, 2017, but it just said Corey Bentley, Craig Bentley, and that was the entire Facebook post.
It probably meant amazing
Yeah, he's probably just trying to say how much he enjoys being around us.
or knowing us.
Yeah.
Holy cow, Corey. I tagged you. Why would I tag you, Corey?
You tagged me a long time ago in some dancing girls' night thing.
It was a girl.
You had me join your dancing group.
It was a Thunder from Down Under at the Muckleshoot Casino, and I tagged you, Adam Post, Joe Brassard,
I was like, I don't know why
my
I'm in
brother-in-law. Why would I choose you?
this. Why wouldn't you? I'm hurt that you say that
Performing
now.
soon. Wish me luck. Actually, wish me and my squad luck. Squad is tagged, and you were in
I'm in
my
the squad.
Why were you in my squad? Okay. So there we go. December 7th, 2016. The last thing Corey's ever posted first was a picture. It was his
changed my
profile
picture?
picture.
Oh, yeah.
December 7th, 2016.
We should talk about that picture.
Yeah, I'll change it soon.
September 10th, 2016, Cascade Brewing.
Yeah, we were in Portland.
There you are.
Oh, that's right.
You posted
that
something.
picture was in Portland. You were sitting
Yeah.
there.
That picture was from Portland, too.
I am so proud of you, Corey. You did it. You went 5 years almost.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything more? Have you?
I just said I'll respond to things.
What's
People start
What's your
posting stuff.
plans on posting?
Posting and stuff? I'll
Yeah.
change a picture soon. How about that?
That'd be good too. You look like the guy who's I'm not going to tell you, but it was like
Are you just going to insult me?
yeah. There's the kid that would sing Billy Gilman. Did you guys know who Billy Gilman is?
Billy
It was a
Gilman. I know who that is. And why are you trying to insult me?
It was a kid that
I
would
know who
sing
he
country
was.
songs, and he was looking out like your picture looks like how he would look out the bus ride home.
I thought that was a thoughtful picture. I was pondering life at a brewery. It was just a good picture.
Black and white, 2016.
yeah.
He's always been into philosophy.
Yeah.
Thinking
That's
about
true.
things. That's
He
why
was-
I thought I was here. We're going to get only philosophy.
He was sharing that.
You want to talk about it?
It's garage night, bro. That's also an hour and a half into this podcast. So
Garage night's off the rails.
yeah, we probably need to wrap this in. But there's been some gold tonight. I'll tell you that. There has been some absolute gold. If you stayed this entire time, thank you.
I doubt it.
It's just us four.
It's probably the first story. They're like, nah, this is good.
Yeah, I'm out. No, but seriously, thank you guys so much for listening to Visit Cole Street. Go to Mazatlan, hit up Bordeaux Wine Bar. Say hi to Jared. He will, if you hit him up.
If you're in Ording.
$5. Don't go there. $5.
Just give your address. People stop by, say hi.
Venmo him $5. He will give you a Gollum greeting that you can personalized for you.
Attached to your voice.
Would you do that?
An outgoing message? Sure.
$5? He'd do anything.
Sure.
That's all it cost Craig. I put that.
That's what he was into.
For $10, Corey will clap into a microphone for you and make you feel really awkward about yourself. And,
I will?
No, Craig.
Craig will drum roll for you.
Craig will do a drum roll.
For $10, I'll post something on Facebook.
For $20, Craig will
A lot of stuff.
Craig will eat about anything for $20.
Craig will drive you up to the mountains and do a stand and stuff for you.
That includes a free meal.
Backed by Carrie.
$20 plus gas.
Let's not get crazy.
There's three things you need. Remember the rule?
Oh, yeah.
And then Corey, I don't know what $5 for. What do you do?
I'll post on Facebook.
Oh, $5. You'll post something on,
Yeah.
and you'll tag them in it.
Yeah.
This is great. For $5, just send it to my Patreon, and I'll keep doing podcasts.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. For $5 to your Patreon, I'll post on Facebook.
that's good.
Yeah.
We're trying to get new equipment, guys.
We need that equipment.
So I'm glad our eardrums aren't blown out. I cannot believe that
Dude, this is
out.
exciting. We got 4 people.
4 microphones
mics that
going.
work.
We usually have one that just trips out.
Usually
so
mine doesn't work, and so
yeah, it's crazy. Thank you for
I'm not
bringing the
plugged
good
in, am I?
juju.
I'm not plugged in.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
we've never had a 4th microphone.
Just right at the end. Oh, yeah, well,
I tried to tell my wife, I'm like, no, they got the 4th one. She's like, she gave me the Asian weird look, like, they're not. She's not.
Did you really have this conversation with her?
A little bit. I'm like, no.
Wait a minute.
Did you
if
think
you're
this is like
listening,
when Gage told you to drive up to his house that one time?
Ah, why are we doing that?
if you're listening to this, Jared was never here.
It's going to be 3 guys talking to a wall.
Friggin' garage night. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week. Hit up the places that support us and support us by supporting them. Support local. Go say hi to Craig. Maybe. Can you guys still sample?
I don't know. What am I sampling?
Oh no, wait, Corey. I don't know who it is.
Sample of some surveying.
All right, I'm out of here. Have a great. Go Hawks.
Go Colts. Hopefully you're still in this by the time this airs.
I'm going to go Packers.
Double down, Travis said, go Hawks.
Woo! Thanks for listening, everyone. Garage night. Garage night. Bentley. Garage night. Bentley.